That's good stuff. Drinking some coffee. I am tired. School starts tomorrow. Welcome back. I needed that. Folgers coffee. Two in the house, one like, but no comments. So whoever you are, welcome. Welcome to Coffee Talk number 293. I'm seeing the YouTube notification. Watch live now. David Lynn, Prepper Principal, Coffee Talk. I'm about as prepped up as I can be. Double Dog Prepper. Good evening. 3 in the house. You are the first person to surface with a comment. I hope you are doing well. I hope your recovery is going smoothly and that you are mainly pain-free. I uploaded a video, a couple of minutes. It's what I'd call a short video, but it was a video, not a short. It was a video of my class after the preparations and the cleanup and everything. It's pretty much ready for tomorrow. 4 in the house, 2 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. So, a lot of the stuff that I've been doing is computerized. My boss came by this afternoon, right about 4 o'clock when I was getting ready to leave. Melinda Elliott, how are you doing? Utah Mike, hello. Well, thank you, Mike. I'm glad you got off work early. And if you'd like to just say hello and goodbye, it won't hurt my feelings. I understand if you're tired. The Bud Files. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. 8 in the house, 5 likes. Idaho Garden Girl, welcome. And thank you for linking channels, Melinda. I appreciate it. So, this was the day before school starts. And I said I would do another video of my class to go along with the 2 earlier ones I did, which I released as shorts. The Black Widow, welcome. So when wave, hey, she said wave. I waved. The so I went around my room. I did the same thing I had done previously, but I took my time because there was a little bit more to see. So I went around my room and I recorded the way it looked. And when I got towards the end of it, I saw, oh, 2 minutes. I think I'll release this as a video as opposed to releasing it as a short. So, messed that up. No, you're fine. You're fine. If there's any messing up, it's me. So as I was saying, right at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, my boss came in, looked around a little bit, and said, well, the help, we're still trying to onboard and hire people, HR, trying to get people on board. Well, your replacement help won't be here tomorrow, maybe not the next day, maybe a few days. And I said, well, okay, but now what am I supposed to do? I've got a kid that the first 2 periods he's supposed to be out in regular class and he's supposed to have a one-on-one. Well, send your aide with them. And what about me with the other kids? Well, you have so-and-so and so-and-so and so. Yeah, but I also have 2 new kids I've never met. And this is a behavioral unit. So she got a look on her face and said, well, we're really short-handed, but I'll see what I can do. So she must have went and talked to the powers that be, because an email got sent out for 2 paraprofessionals that are on staff to be in my room first thing in the morning to support me so I will have extra help tomorrow, which I need. Those are people that I should have. There should be 3 people in there with me, and there will be 3 people there, because sometimes you got this one going out and this one going out, and with this kid and these kids, and I'm stuck in the room with 2 or 3 more, and it's like I shouldn't be in there by myself. So thank the Lord, my boss is coming through for me. And I have a very supportive administration. They're very good. I appreciate them. And I told her, I said, if you want me to be in here alone, that's fine. I mean, I'll do what I'm told, but I don't really, if something happens, where's my backup? You get kids, they lie on you. Something will happen, and then they'll tell it differently than it happened, or they'll lie and they'll blame you, or they'll say you did something to them that you didn't do. So you need at least one other adult there to basically counter the lying. But that's the way, that's the way it is these days. The idea of, you can't take chances. Yes, they have my back. Thank the Lord. I have no problems with my administration. Good people, good staff, and everything. My problems are with payroll and HR, because they sort of did me wrong last year the way they did that, and I had a hard time getting my pay right last year. So I had some discomfort due to that, but it didn't have anything to do with the people on my campus. They're very good people. All right. So I'm sitting at 1,680 subscribers. Briefly, it hit 1,681, and apparently somebody changed their mind, and it went back down to 1,680. So I'm 20 short of 1,700. I was hoping to get to 1,700 by the time I came back on contract last week, but I didn't get there. So at some point in the near future, you should have a full staff working for an indoctrination center. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Indoctrination center. Uh, I'm old school. I'm trying to teach education, manners. I'm not trying to indoctrinate anybody. If I'm trying to indoctrinate people, I'm trying to indoctrinate people on gentility, on employability skills, how to behave, things that a lot of them do not have. Like the kids that I have, several of them came in, they can't look at a clock on the wall and tell you what time it is. And that's the type of stuff that I have to try to teach. Um, so, worry not, worry not. I'm I'm red pilled. I'm not blue pilled. So uh, I take that a certain way. Hey, Mama Four Boys. Hello. Uncle Al. I hope you're feeling better. I just got through watching a couple of your videos, Uncle Al, and I do appreciate the shout out and the comment on my behalf. I do need all the help I can get. Thank you for the like. Yes. See, I have a graduate degree in career education, what they used to call vocational education or career and technology education. I have one of my graduate degrees in that, and I was a director of CTE, career and technical education, for a period of several years. I was a certified special education, and I was a special education director for 3 years. So I've done a lot of different things in my past. But anyway, um, so I released this video, and right now it has like 15 views. And these are people I'm sure that follow me, and it has about 10 comments. So I would encourage anybody who wants to be in the running for my next 1,700 subscriber giveaway box, which will be a nice box, and it'll have a lot of nice stuff in it. I encourage you to make sure that you have left me a supportive comment and a like on each of the last 5 videos I will have released. Now, this video I just released, this is one of them. It's only 2 minutes long. It's only 2 minutes long. And if you got a sense of humor, you'll view the thing, and then you'll probably say, full view, full view. I viewed all 2 minutes, full view. Because I've had people that I support that I've done live streams and run the entire live stream an hour or more, and I'll put full replay. I usually put full replay. And when you say full replay, what that means is I played it and you get the watch time for it, but I didn't actually watch it. Chances are it was on a playlist that I run overnight on one of my devices. So, but I mean, I've had people, in all seriousness, they'll watch a minute and a half or a minute and 45-minute video that I did, and then they'll say full view. Really? Why, thank you. I'm being sarcastic, but honestly, a lot of times I do a comment. It might take me a minute or a minute and a half just to do the comment. I mean, the video's over before I did the comment as far as on mine, But it's funny. To me, it was funny. You can. Somebody else will think you're crazy. Somebody else will think you're crazy. Thank you, Uncle Al. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody here. Anyway, so my daughter was in Houston today. She went up there to take her license test. Needed to make a 91 to pass it. She made a 96. So now she just needs to complete her hours. She has to have a total of 3,000 hours, supervised hours, contact hours, to complete her license for her clinical counseling. And I'm very proud of her. I was in tears when she told me she passed. Very proud of her. Coming up on my watch hours. Right now I'm at 476. And you know, and I have nobody to blame but myself. Really, you let your stuff get old, and the equipment wasn't working, and I went for about 10 days without doing anything, and I had very few views, and very few didn't put out anything, and it basically took a hit. I took a hit, but it's coming back up. I'm at 476, and right now I'm at 20.6K views for the cycle. It's like a 28-day cycle. So I want to basically be at about 1,000 views a day. The last 48 hours, I'm at about 2,600 views. But I'd like to level it out. I'd like to be able to level it out at about 1,000 views a day. And that's, and that's basically saying that I get 450 views on 2 shorts each, so that's 900. And if I get 100 on my live stream, which sometimes I get 60 or 70, once in a while I get close to 300. So it just depends on the day, and it depends on. Sometimes I will do a community post reminding people that I'm doing a live stream. And I tend to get better viewership when I do that, and I have not done that in a while. But it's just, what do you put into it? How much time do you have to put into it? And it is what it is. 6 in the house. Ooh. I took and I need to probably shoot a little footage and show it. I took my newest Bouge RV 12-volt compressor driven refrigerator freezer. Nice one on wheels with a handle. Got 2 handles, but it's got a pull-out handle. I took that to a school Saturday morning. I set it for 35 degrees, both sides. It's a dual zone. I set it for 35 degrees. And the larger side, because they're different sides, one side's bigger than the other. The larger side was at 38 degrees. And then the smaller size is usually what you call the freezer side. It was at 30 degrees. Now, I'm going to question the actual temperature. Both sides were cold. I had water on both sides. They were cold. But the one that was at 30 was not frozen and did not have any ice formation in it. So I'm thinking it was probably in the low 30s. What I need to do is I need to basically get 2 small thermometers, and I need to put a thermometer in each side of the refrigerator that I took over there. I need to get 2 small thermometers and put them, because I don't know the absolute accuracy within a few degrees of what the temperature is. Now I can set it to go down to 0. I think it goes down to about 5 below 0. And if I set it for 5 below 0, it'd probably get down to 0. So, I mean, I could freeze stuff over. I could use both sides as a freezer. I can use one side as a freezer, either side. I can use both sides as just basically a refrigerator, and that's basically how I'm using, as I'm using it as a refrigerator. In that particular unit, thank you for coming in, Uncle Mike. I appreciate you. You take care. Hello, little lone prepper. Welcome. Nine in the house. 10 likes. Texas hockey cards. Good evening. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. One of my newer friends, Hillbilly Josh. Hello. So I would encourage everybody, if you're new, Texas hockey cards, leave me a like and a comment on the last 5 videos that I've released if you want to be in the drawing for 1,700 subscribers. I'll have a hat. Look at one of my previous videos if you'd like, where I did a subscriber giveaway. I do it every 100. I've been doing it since 500. And you'll see how I do it, what's in the box. Here lately, I'm not doing it near as long as I used to. I used to do a real, I put this segment and that segment, and it'd be like one of Black Widow's, videos where everything's got to be impeccable. I'm not doing that now. I don't have time, What will probably be is it'll probably be me getting up in the morning, having a taco and coffee, talking about it, showing the names, having them in the hat, drawing out one, showing who it is, and then loading up the box. That's probably about how I'll do it, and it won't be that long. I will possibly release it as a premiere, but possibly not. Anyway, yes, Alan Sato likes to be called Uncle Al, and even though we're about the same age, I still call him Uncle Al. And it's like a Dutch uncle. If you're familiar with the term Dutch uncle, Uncle Al is like a Dutch uncle. He's a good person to know. He's very bright, very knowledgeable. You can learn a lot from him. He's a good guy. And we support each other. He supports me, I support him, and we both send each other stuff. And he's a real nice guy. Real nice guy. Unfortunately, he lives in the Socialist Republic of California. Well, I don't know, Uncle Al. I'm showing both of my devices. I'm showing 10 watching. So you're saying 7 watching? Okay. I've oftentimes thought I was blind. So my latest video, which I dropped, which is about 2 minutes long. It's just 2. I could have cut it down and made it short. the two previous tours of my room. My first day back, when I basically saw it the way it was after the custodians got through with it, they'd done the floor, it'd been painted by maintenance, everything had been taken out in the hallway, and they just basically put it back in there however. And then the second one was getting the furniture sort of in line, and then the third one's the bulletin boards and the rugs and the beanie bags and all the goodies and everything. Everything's up and running. And that one came out to be about 2 minutes. I said, no, I'm not going to release it as a short. I'll just go ahead and just release it as a video. It also encourages people who've been sleeping on me to watch my stuff, because you want to be in that drawing. That's one of those videos. You got this one of the 5. Hello, Michaela Missick. Welcome. Welcome, young lady. Thank you for coming in. $10 in the house, 13 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. So I had a mail call today. I often have mail calls, and I had another one. It's good when I order stuff from Amazon, and hello, mail call, Amazon. And I opened it. I knew what was in it. These are giveaways. I'm constantly ordering them. I'm constantly ordering and normally when I do giveaways, I'll give away oh, I'll make a mess. Making a mess. Messy. Oh. Normally I'll, give away a stove and a couple of cans of Sterno. And then I'll give away a Espit stove and pack of fuel tabs to go with it. Extra pack of fuel tabs. How you doing, Joseph Moore? Welcome. Was having a talk with the wife this morning. I think she had a dream. She dreamed she heard whistling, and she said that she thought it was somebody outside whistling to see where the dogs were so that they could break in. And anybody breaking in, they'll set the dogs off, and then they'll set the owner off. And if they're lucky, I'll meet them with a pistol. If they're unlucky, I meet them with a pump shotgun. Either way, the results are going to be the same. Meeting them with the pistol won't be as much to clean up afterwards. The shotgun will be some remodeling. But I mean, you never know. I mean, there are people who are suicidal. I would say somebody wanting to break in my house when I'm home is suicidal. But I think she was dreaming. One, it didn't set the dogs off, and the dogs did not bark. And they're very good about barking. If somebody's just standing at the door before they even knock, they seem to sense them, and they'll start barking. But you can't take chances these days. You can't take chances. Texas is it fully supports the Second Amendment. We carry without a license. We open carry, we conceal carry. We believe in stand your ground. And we believe gun control is the ability to hit your target. The Biden administration and the Supreme Court have been fighting it out. Biden would like to do away with he'd like to do away with a lot of the stuff that was established 250 years ago. And he doesn't like the fact that right now the court is basically 6'3". Well, sometimes it's 5'4". There are 5 really conservative, and then the Chief Justice, the reason why we still have Obamacare is the Chief Justice. But a lot of times it's 6'3". So the Supreme Court voted or upheld Texas law 7-2. So that means one of the justices is a little bit more on the left voted with the other six that are a little more conservative. So they voted 7-2 to uphold a Texas law basically stating that Texas has the right to secure its border. It has the right to apprehend illegals. It has the right to take them to court, to a Texas court, and to have them deported. They can also put them in jail. You know. And it says they have the right to use force to enforce the border. You know. So they are actively building wall, doing Constantina Wire. They got the National Guard there. They're spending billions of dollars. They were purchasing the components that the Trump administration had previously purchased that the Biden administration did not want to use, and the Biden administration wanted to sell. And when the Biden administration found out that Texas was buying it, because they sold it fairly cheap, when they found out that Texas was buying those components, they stopped. They cut that off because they did not want Texas to get a hold of those components and be able to use them. So money that was basically intended to build the wall, they found other means and they did things, and basically you'd have to, new administration comes back in, next administration, most of that stuff is gone. So they're going to have to re-expend money to do what they were going to do when the Biden administration came in, and then they basically day one put a stop to everything. They said, "Come on in. We want all of y'all in here. Come one, come all." And that's basically how that's going. 10 in the House. Hey, Brazilla. Oh, Bradazzle. Sorry, Bradazzle. Welcome. Welcome. Careful, okay. Smoked Cowboy, welcome. I will say, if you lose me on this channel, I will basically be putting out content on Rumble. And there are a few of you in here I know how to contact, so I will reach out to you if something were to happen to my channel. I'll just start putting it out in a different form. Yeah, I have a Rumble too. I haven't been using it, but I have a Rumble. What is my favorite dessert? Oh, Jesus. Probably cheesecake. Cheesecake or pecan pie with bluebell. I like that. Hello, Mr. Whistle. And hello, Dave. Yoda. Uncle Al gave you a shout out. He said some nice stuff about you, Dave, on one of his last couple of videos he's just released. You know, you get some of these channels that do live streams, not wanting to offend anybody. And as far as putting out content, like as an example, Uncle Al does a lot of preparedness. He talks about how things are going, and he recommends ways to be prepared. Dave is a card guru. He does a lot of stuff as far as card collecting. He knows a lot about YouTube and the algorithm and all that sort of stuff. I will say, Dave, when you said put out more shorts, you know, when you got a short that's starting to really build, put out more shorts. I did, and neither one of them did. Neither one of them got 20. Now, the one I put out after that, I waited the next day, and the one I put out after that got 400 and some odd, the way most of them get 400 and some odd. But when I put out 4 in one day, those last 2 didn't do nothing. Not really. The only ones that really looked at those are the ones that basically look at everything that I do. So, and Melinda's got a really good channel too. She puts out some good videos. And she live streams. I like her driving ones. She's driving. They chauffeur her. Takes about 30 minutes to get into town, get to work. And she'll have one where she's riding along and talking. Her kid chauffeurs her around. I like it when my daughter drives me around. I have to shut my eyes sometimes because of the way she drives. You know, it's like, oh, I'm having PTSD, girl, from my wrecks. Hello, Domino. Come on now. Top chat. Where are you, Domino? There you are. Ugh. Ed as a moderator. Domino, you are now a standard moderator. Welcome. And I am now, Melinda, is this the one you told me not to subscribe to? Okay. Pardon moi. I'm looking. All right, I removed a standard moderator. Okie doke. A couple of my students have autism. Leland Campbell. Hello. Welcome. How am I? I'm pretty good. Come on now. Trying to. All right, Leland, you are now a standard moderator. Food, forest, permaculture. Hello. Yes, please. Support is appreciated. And I would remind those of you who are in here right now, if you have not done so, when I hit 1,700, which is about 20 subscribers from now, it could happen overnight, or it could happen 10 years from now. When I hit 1,700, and I'm at 1,680, I will be doing a 1,700 subscriber giveaway. And in order for you to qualify, leave me a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I will have released. I'm not talking shorts. I'm not talking live streams. I'm talking videos. Did you see that text I sent you, Dave? That cycle where I had that number of new subs? There was an explosion. That was when I was like just going mad with new subscribers. I was working my channel 7 or 8 hours a day. I was putting out content like you wouldn't believe. Did you see that text I sent you? That's the God's honest truth, how many subscribers I got that cycle, that month. I haven't done it. I haven't done it since. I haven't done near since. No, it wasn't a Gmail. I think it was a text. I sent you a text. But my hand on the Bible, I have never bought a sub. But if Black Widow saw what I made, what my subs that month, she'd think I bought a couple of hundred. But I didn't. You know, I did not. That was all. Hello, CR. Right now, I'm teasing Black Widow. she's looking at subs and how fast she's growing and how fast other people are growing, and you got some of these channels that are just picking up subs like they're going out of style, and it's like, well, you look at the quality of her content or other channels' content. You look at the quality of the content, and then you question. And then another thing I will tell you is, you've got channels that have a massive number of subscribers, and they put out content, and 3 or 4 days after they put out a video, it's got 10 views. And you have that many subscribers and you put out a video and 3 or 4 days later it's got 10 views. Have you looked at some of those channels? I have. And I really question it. You gained 13 today? Well, you're catching up to me. You probably passed me. I'm sure you'll probably pass me before too long. But I don't think you're going to pass me before I hit 1,700. I think I'm going to reach 1,700 before you do. Well, I'm glad that was a C plus channel. A lot of us are C plus channels. And then there are some B channels in here. I think Melinda's a B channel. Wheat. Hello, Wheat. The Black Widow ought to be a B channel. She puts out really good content. I'll tell you what, Wheat puts out some outstanding artwork. He really does some really good artwork. Oh, I don't think you could ever be an F. You're probably like me. You're probably a C plus channel. Enrique. Oink, oink. So I keep myself a C minus. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I do things to make brownie points with administration. Like, I will show up after hours for events occasionally. Like when they have a school dance, I will go and I will help chaperone a school dance for a couple hours without being asked. You were a D minus? Damn. They have a parent night. I'll go to a parent night in the school library. I'll go to a school dance to help out. I do that several times a year. I said I'd agree to be on the SBDM, the Site-Based Decision-Making Committee. Told my boss that. Please leave a like to support the channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. 11 in the house, 19 likes. My last live stream had 78. Had 78 views. Average view duration was 9 minutes, 29 seconds. Watch time was a little over 11 hours in the snapshot. Anytime my snapshot has over 10 hours, I'm okay with it. And it varies. I've had snapshots that have 17, 18 hours. And 14 watching. Maybe I'm a little bit behind. Yeah, I remember you were deleting stuff, Black Widow. You're trying to figure out what you're going to delete. Trying to get monetized. Did you ever get approved for monetization? Yeah, the last time I checked, I'm a C+ channel myself. You know, I checked on Uncle Al one time, and I don't remember all the statistics. I remember seeing that he had like 25,000 plus views in the most recent cycle when I checked him. I don't remember anything else about it, but I thought 25,000, that's good. You know, he gets his views. He gets his views. He puts out a lot of good content. He puts out more content than I put out. You know. And he spends time putting out his content. You know. I truly enjoy watching. God's honest truth, I used to watch everything that he ever did. I went back to the beginning and I watched it all the way up. Last several months, I get a little bit of what he watches. I mean, I get most of the shorts because they come from my feed. But, I mean, like today I watched 2 of his videos. They're 7 or 8 minutes long. Some days I watch what he puts out. Some days I don't get anything he puts out. You know. It just depends on how things are because of, you know, what's going on in my life. But, you know, he's a good person to follow. If you're going to follow somebody, he's good. And you're into preparedness. I'm not saying because I'm not talking that much about preparedness right now. I'm just basically BSing. But his videos, he puts out videos and he gives good advice. Gives a lot of good advice. Yeah. Yeah. You know, teachers get rated. Like, how did your kids do on the state test? How did they do on the assessment? How many of your kids passed? How many of your kids, you know, did above? When I was a principal, at a smaller school. And my first year when you go in, you're rebuilding and you're restructuring things, you're changing things around, trying to get set up for the next year. My second year there, we were a recognized campus. First time in 10 years that school had been recognized by the state. Got a nice big round wreath wooden plaque, and they had a big thing out there on the side, you know, on the street, people, you know, all the recognize what we had done. Had the best attendance in the district because I took everybody to court, took all these parents, and the justice of the peace I had was a former 30 years in the non-com sergeant in the military, and you either made sure your kid was in school and you made sure your kid went to tutorials, or he calls you back in again, you might wind up in jail for the weekend. And he put a lot of people in jail for the weekend. He'd put them in for 48 hours. He'd get them on a Friday and they'd get out like Monday morning, go to county. But it takes a lot to, you know, because everybody's going to have kids. You're going to have 20%, 25% of the kids that excel, especially if you're dealing with like a rural school. You'll have 20-25% of the kids that they do good. They're going to plan on going to college. They'll take those dual credit classes when they're a junior or senior, where they get credit for high school and college. And there'll be some more kids that'll be sort of like bubble in the middle. They'll pass, but there'll be 30-40% of them that if you're not riding their butt and riding their parents' butt, they won't. You know, You want to keep that number at a minimum. You gotta, you know, you gotta bring the pain. And and then you got to deal with school boards. You got, you're messing with people who might be related to a school board member, and then they're pressuring them. So then the school board member starts, getting onto the superintendent, and it's like, well, you need to back off, or they want to run you off, because you offended the wrong people. And it's a sad state of affairs. 15 in the House, 20 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. Be greatly appreciated. But see, I can talk a lot about education. I can talk about educational standards. I can talk about curriculum. I can talk about what they call Chapter 37 or discipline. In Texas, discipline falls under Chapter 37 of the Education Code. I can talk about the attendance laws. I love to talk about dual credit in college. I used to love to get kids on the college path. I was my daughter's principal. She graduated with more college hours than anybody else in her graduating class. She had 30 college hours. I was so proud, when they're reading off, accomplishments. She is starting college as a sophomore. After she graduated, she'd be a sophomore. Already had 30 hours, because normally it's like 30 hours, 30 hours, 30 hours, 30 hours, and you try to get 30 hours a year. So very proud of her. And she just finished her master's in clinical counseling at Christmas, and she's been studying. She quit her job, and she studied, and she just took her test today and passed her license. So now all she needs to do is make sure she gets her hours in. She's got to be supervised. She's got to be supervised counseling for 3,000 hours. She's already started collecting them. Then it's big bucks. Hey, thanks for coming in, Michaela. Appreciate you. God bless. Well, I went from 15 down to 4. Woo! I guess I was talking about stuff that they didn't want to hear. Well, tomorrow is the first day of school. First day of school. I got to get up about 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll be at school by 7. We'll see what happens. I've been prepping for it. Running off stuff. Getting work ready. Every day when you get up, thank God for the day. I say the Lord's Prayer. I drink my coffee. I finished I was early in the live stream, I was drinking coffee. Finished my Folgers. Whoops, there went the cup. Oh, Lord. And think about what's going on. That's a great time of life, junior year. I don't know. I was at 15, then it jumped down. Now it's back up to 8. I really don't know. I will tell you this. I look at the snapshot after a video's over. I look at the snapshot, and oftentimes it says the chat rate is 0, and you'll have 4 or 5 in here just chattering like you would not believe, constantly leaving comments and asking questions, and then it says chat rate 0. I don't know about that. I don't know. That's good. Um, I went to a Catholic prep school, and I had credits to graduate at the end of my junior year. I chose to go to 12th grade. I took my government and economics the summer in between my junior and senior year because I did not want to take it from the nun I was taking it from. I could have graduated, but I chose to go an extra year. And they did not have dual credit back then. They didn't have early college or any of that stuff back then. We're talking, the dark ages when I was growing up. I'm sure she's going to do quite well, and I'm sure you're very proud of her. Yeah, yeah. A lot of the kids, my daughter's weak subject was math. I mean, she's A+ student in English. She could write your papers MLA format. She could teach English. But math, she always hated math, and she's not. Well, I mean, I wasn't the strongest in math. I have all the basics. Matter of fact, I'm teaching math now, you know, junior high math. And, but I don't know. Hey, pre-retirement days, welcome. So I will give you an account tomorrow evening, hopefully, of how the first day of school went. I'll try to drop another short or two. Look at my video that I just released. It's 2 minutes long. It's a tour of my room. Leave a like and a supportive comment. You want to be in the drawing when I hit 1,700 for the goodie box. Leave a like and comment, supportive comment on the last 5 videos I've released. And I will plan on being back tomorrow. I appreciate you guys. Everybody, please have a blessed day, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Bye.